Hey yo, what's good everybody? I'm TK Lady Day aka 10 Stacks. Welcome to the mix up. Today I'm gonna show you my 10 favorite EQs. Actually a dope ass EQ dropped a couple of days ago. It's also fantastic. I'm gonna show you how I use the EQs on different source materials. And if you like the content, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so each and every time I drop a video, you pull up on me. So let's go. This is a song by IMP featuring Lotinova. The name of the song is Four Pipes. This is not the original mix. I imported the stems into Studio One so that I can show you the EQs that I use on a daily basis. I'm gonna start with the vocals. The first EQ that I use, obviously, is the Pro Q3 by Fab Filter. So what I use this for on vocals is to take out the muddiness, and I'm actually cleaning up the frequencies with this one. It's all about taking out the muddiness. Also, I want to tame the high frequencies. I'm not gonna notch out the frequencies. I'm gonna use the dynamic part of the EQ. You can hear the vocal is kind of muddy. I also inserted a compressor just to contain the peaks and also make the vocals louder so that I can showcase the EQs and whatnot. This is the compressor I'm using. Also, I inserted a de-esser on the vocals. What I use this for after the compressor is I cut out the muddy frequencies. I use a bell. Also, I like boosting the highs with the bell or shelf. It depends on the song, but right now let's just use a bell filter. Without the EQ, and with the EQ. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bypass and unbypass, bypass, unbypass. You can see with the EQ, the vocal kind of opens up a little bit. And another thing I like using, actually, this is a new EQ that just came out a couple of days ago. The massive passive. I use it on vocals mainly. Okay, it just came out a couple of days ago. So far it's been on my vocal bus. So what I use this for is to boost the high frequencies. Kreya e kotsi ka BBS le mabeshi tlo le boyelo ba notes amutse fro nkana wa phone le no gas boy umagala thubile kholo my chomi are yeno na le dono was. This EQ is so fucking dope, man. It's not even harsh at all. What I like about this EQ is that I boosted like 10, is it 10, 20 dBs, and it still sounds proper without the vocals getting really harsh. Can you hear that? In context of the mix. Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus! Save us. This shit is dope. Okay, I'm gonna bypass it and bypass it in context of the song. Come on, yo. Come on. Stop playing. Also, another dope thing is that you can add harmonics with this. You can add a little bit drive. Another dope thing about it is it has the MS function, which you can EQ the mids and also EQ the sides individually. Now let's go to the kick and bass. Obviously, man, we're gonna use the Rule Tech by Noise with this one. Ooh. This EQ is dope for adding high frequencies and bass frequencies, especially on the bass and on the kick, and also on vocals. Also, I use it sometimes. Nkana wa phone le no gas boy umagala thubile kholo my chomi are yeno na le dono was cold kano makala ke skimile phori ne for le bava wa mitsi o kotsi repe ka rona shinkere robena shinkere thomi me. That's how I use the Rule Tech, and I also use this one again on snares, hi-hats, or claps. Can make it wider in terms of I'm using the shelf right now, or I can just use the bell. And also you can compress with this. That's how I use this EQ. Obviously, sometimes I'm gonna take out 80 hertz when it comes to the snare or the claps. It depends though. It depends on the sound source. And with the bass, oh man, I love this shit, man. This is a saturator slash EQ slash, I don't know what to call it, man. This shit is beautiful. It's amazing. So what I usually do with this, maybe on bass, I use it on bass, I use it on kick, on vocals. On vocals, I boost 2K just to add some high frequencies, just so the vocals can cut through. But on this one, I can add, if the bass is thin, I can add like maybe 80, 40. Or add high frequencies so that the bass can cut through a very busy mix. Also, it has oversampling. This is oversampling. Each and every time you use a saturating plugin, try use oversampling. And also you can choose different applications. You'll just hear which one you like the most. And also with this, you can go medium or aggressive. I like to keep it on medium. Let's try aggressive. Yeah, that's what I use on bass. I use it on kicks. I use it on every single thing. Also, another EQ that I like using on my melodies, my instrumental mix bus is this EQ, man. This thing is amazing. I like to use the 3K to 1K, actually 1K, 2K, 3K, just to make the instrumentals cut through in my buses.
SL my bed, she jolly with yellow but notes. I'm with your fro, Ngana wa phone ali no gas bo.
This EQ is hella amazing, yo. It's really a fucking dope EQ. Excuse my French today, I don't know what's going on, but this shit is amazing.
SL my bed, she jolly with yellow but notes.
You can even hear it kind of spreads the instrumental, the guitar, in a way. Like I'm like feeling like this guitar is getting a little bit wide, or is it me? Without, come on, man, don't play with this EQ.
SL my bed, she jolly with yellow but notes. I'm with your.
I use a better maker for my percussions. Take it to 12, boost it, you know, just to add, so that I can amplify the transients and make it a little bit brighter, so that I cut through my mix. This is what I use. Also, the reason I'm not actually gonna show you or just isolate the hi-hats is because I'm gonna go to the mix bus. There's a better maker there. Also, this EQ, I use this EQ on when I'm mastering or on individual instruments like kick and bass. But what I usually, okay, let me just show you.
SL my bed, she jolly with yellow but notes. I'm with your fro, Ngana wa phone ali no gas bo. Umagala to be the colo my chum. Ariano na le dono was code. Gano magala gi skimi le port. Nefo le bava wa meet.
This EQ is actually dope. So what I'm doing right now, I'm adding some air on the mix. But that was like too extreme. I'd never go that far.
SL my bed, she jolly with yellow but notes. I'm with your fro, Ngana wa phone.
So this is also a mid-side EQ. What I usually do, this is the mids, this is the sides. So I can just boost like 1 dB maybe in the mids. Link in the mids and then boost like 2 dB around about here, or maybe 3, so that I emphasize what's in the sides, like your vocals, your reverbs, your instruments, your hi-hats, you feel me? Add some bass in the mids. I can also cut the sides so that the bass doesn't build up on the sides.
SL my bed.
I also like using this EQ on my instruments. So what I can do is, it has a mono maker also. I can spread the guitar. I can make it wide at the same time. I can make like frequencies from 200 down into mono. With the glow on, it's kind of like a pull tech in a way in terms of the bands. Man, this EQ stays on my mix bus all the time, but I don't use it as much as I used to use it, in terms of like boosting frequencies, but it stays on my mix bus. I like to boost 30, 60, and 100. It depends on the song. Also, 12, I hardly boost 10, 12, and 16. 12 and 16. Also, what I like to do is also boost the 5K range, the mids, just a little bit, just a little bit. You feel me? Maybe high pass also 20. Yeah, and then I'm done. And also this EQ, it's also crazy. You know what? Let me play this. Let me add some saturation. Come on, yo. This shit is crazy. Also, I like boosting the 8K on my mix bus, sometimes on my buses, and also maybe 3K the mids or 5K. I hardly use the compressor on this one. I use the saturation and the EQ. It really has some dope kevs. Let me do this.
Kano magala ke skimile phori ne fole baba wa mitsi o kotsi repe ka rona shinkere robena shinkere thomi mechong esele mabeshi jole bo yellow ba notes I'm with your fro ngana wa fona le no gas boy.
Obviously, I'm exaggerating here, but this is a nice EQ, man. This is a very dope EQ.
Esele mabeshi jole bo.
Yeah, I think that's about it, man. This is like the EQs that I use on a daily basis. It depends on the mix. It depends on what I'm working on, but this is like my top 10 EQs that I use on a daily basis. And actually, I also like using this EQ. This stays on my mixes also every single time. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so each and every time I drop a video, you pull up on me. Peace.